In this session, we're going to again talk about our inner and outer purpose and the concept of self-realization and meditation again. To start, I like to talk about or bring an analogy to make it easier for everyone to understand. Imagine we are all born in this world and we are given, each person is given her or his birthright. And the birthright, imagine for all of us, is a beautiful fruit. And this fruit could be a nice, juicy tangerine. One of those nice clementine tangerines that I'm sure all of us has experienced that. Especially in my country, Iran, we have it this time of year. So all of us is given this beautiful tangerine to enjoy. What we do with this tangerine is so different. Some people, they play with it. They play basketball with it or soccer with it. Some people, they scratch it and smell it and hold it or just play and throw it to each other with this little tangerine. But the purpose of this tangerine was not just playing with the surface of it, the skin of it. Although the skin, when you scratch, it has a smell and a beautiful aroma, which would give you the message and reminds you of a beautiful, juicy fruit inside. Unfortunately, some people would just stay on the surface of this tangerine. And in this life, all they concern is they just try to polish this and hold on to this surface. There are very few people, the rare number of the people, who would discover that this tangerine is meant to be peeled and to be eaten piece by piece throughout our whole life. This is the purpose of the life. So we know that this analogy that we said is like this body of ours, is like a fruit. The surface of it is just our body, our physical body, which is a form. But there is the inner part of this body, which is the actual fruit. This fruit needs to be tasted by everyone who has been born. That is our birthright. When we talk about self-realization, is exactly that. Is that like we learn how to peel this fruit and how to go within and to taste this juicy, wonderful, sweet fruit that's given to us. Through meditation, we learn how to do this process. This process is meant to work for the people who have this desire, who have this urge for this kind of joy, peace, and love that is residing within us. So the meditation, what it does is just gonna teach us how to do this and how to go and find the inner nectar, the inner sweetness, the inner joy that it's residing within us. And this way, once we discover that joy, we are not gonna go and ask and demand and milk other people. Once we discover that joy, anytime that we are suffering in this world, in the marketplace, all we have to do is just dive in to that inner peace, which happens to be our true home. We discover the home and we're gonna stay there in peace. The most important thing is that how much desire you have to reach to that inner joy and peace that we are talking about. That peace is something that every human being is entitled to have. And nothing in this world can give you that kind of a peace. Even if you're sitting here, the most expensive house, the most expensive car that you own, those are not the materials, the things that can give you that kind of a peace that we are talking about. That inner peace is coming from the source, from the divine. And the experiencing that is what all of us are desiring. But some people, they have a little bit more desire, more urge to reach to that peace and love. And some people, they're just pacifying and covering their desire. So the important thing is that it's up to you how much you want this and how serious this thing is in your life. When I say desire, I can make a simple example of desire. Desire can be so many different levels. If I stick your head in a bucket of water and hold you in there, you can wait for a few seconds and then start moving around. That's one kind of a desire. Then if I hold you longer than that, you really move harder. And that's another level of a desire. But when you are really suffocating in there, then you're going to make a kick and jump out of that bucket of water. That's also another level of desire. Now, you have to look into yourself and see which level of desire are you right now, which categories, so you know that if you are not, that urge is not enough in you, therefore that inner success may take a little bit longer for you than someone who has absolutely very high level of desire. So that urge, that urge of that to reach to that peace has to be in the person's heart. And what I'm recommending is that we all need to go and ask ourselves this simple question: how much do we have that urge? And that pain, that desire, that urge is a gift for everyone who is looking for inner success. The more urge, the more demand, the desire that you have, the happier you become, the better chance that you have to succeed in that inner journey.